love this.
It never really is a good time. There's a way I feel right now. Wish you help, you don't know how. We're all nuts, so who helps you? Some help when no one's got a clue. Baby, why don't we? Baby, why don't we? There you are, and here I stand, trying to make you feel my hand. You want to, you want to. Flaking while you're shaking it with every step you
Expect this to be so shreddy.
find.
That was a lot heavier than I was expecting, and a lot more guitar shreddy than I was expecting. Other than that, the sound is classic Dinosaur Jr., or what I know of them. I've listened to a few of their albums. I don't believe I've heard any of this album, but I don't know for sure because I put a lot of music on in the background. This is definitely an album that would kind of fade into the background and that I would not remember, but I don't think I've listened to it. From what I know, it's considered to be pretty much a J Mascis solo album. It's most of the instrumentals are done by him. There's 3 tracks that are done by the founding drummer, and one of the members had left the band at this point. I don't remember who, the bassist, Lou Barlow. So he's kind of going wild, just going off in tangents. That's what I expect from this album. But yeah, that was a really good opener. Just kind of hit you in the face right away. Time signature just changed.
Can't believe I thought I'd show you. Wait tomorrow, please just keep at the ground.
Drummer's going wild. Well, I mean, I guess he's the
Wherever your
drummer.
head's at, just please bring it down.
So bouncy.
Stop doing, we need you back to turn things around. Let everyone hope you can cry, please come down. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. There's things I'd like to show you, but you don't even know you until you're a girl. There's things you gotta do here. Reach a little thing, tune in, let 'em go, girl.
I love it when a song just completely, I was going to say redefines my expectations of music, but it's more like it takes conventions in music that I love and then incorporates something that I haven't quite heard before, or at least haven't heard like that before. And those usually end up being my favorite songs. It's like the crossways between order and chaos. It's like you're in the flow, you're in the zone. It's like that balance. And it's the second track on the album, which a lot of my favorite songs are second tracks on an album. For some reason, the opener is usually very flashy, kind of what you expect from an artist, and then the second song is often very divergent from that, and from the rest of the album, a lot less showy, but still usually pretty catchy because it's at the beginning of the album, which it's like, that's the balance I want. I want something that's different, interesting, but still very catchy and memorable. And just like all the different elements in that, it was like alternative rock, like it sounded a lot like alternative rock of the 90s, which it was, but it sounded like closer to mainstream, but it had a lot of like sparsity in it, whatever. Like a lot of space that they didn't fill up. Like it was just like, it was like, I don't know how to say it. It was like, it was bare bones, but there was a lot going on at the same time. But it wasn't like a wall of sound thing. It was like a lot of different things just coming in and out. Man, there's so much to talk about with that track, but I have to get on to the next one. That one will probably be my favorite from the album. But hopefully there's something even better. Should have just put these two together.
I know why you run around. You won't see tomorrow, see today, no way.
I love when two tracks or multiple tracks are combined together like that to kind of make one suite of songs. I feel like more albums could do that. Yeah, like it doesn't necessarily work well if you're like shuffling songs on a playlist or something like that. But in terms of like a full album, it separates different sections of a song, because sometimes a song is made up of multiple parts and it could be multiple songs. I guess it depends on what you want to classify as a full song, but that was solid as well. So those two work well together as basically one longer track.
Stop it.
Whatever that sound is, I wouldn't have expected that in their music. Sounds very epic. So this almost kind of reminds me of Zeppelin. Like their more acoustic songs. Oh yeah. That was a good track. It reminded me somewhat weirdly of Zeppelin, their acoustic songs, and Maskus, when he's saying, "Hey lady," reminded me a lot of Robert Plant. Like, I could hear him saying that. Like, I feel like he has said that lyric in that way before. Yeah, I think he has. The only thing I didn't like was that sound that kept coming up, to sound like a bomb dropping, and like, it didn't seem to fit the song or even really the band. Like the production on it sounded off, and yeah, I don't know why it was there. But I guess the flying cloud, that's what it's supposed to mean. Probably representative of that. Like it's, a flying cloud is probably a metaphor for like a bomb dropping. Makes sense. But regardless, that was the only element I didn't like in that song. I like how the guitar sound here.
Hey, what's on your mind? And I hardly go outside. Let's take a little ride.
A lot of switch up.
I don't know, man, you decide. Have you pinned that one on me? Haven't even done it yet. How can
What the fuck is going on?
my little do I chuck it?
So
More stable.
I love that guitar sound. That was wild. This album seems a little more hardcore influenced, but then other Dinosaur Jr. albums. Once again, maybe I'm mistaken, but it's less lazy sounding. Not lazy as in bad songwriting. I mean, what's that word? Lethargic, less lethargic sounding. It went a little bit too far with the dissonance and discordant nature towards the end. It kind of lost me a little bit, but like that rhythm was great. Like the guitar lines, like just the very, like, I don't know, wham pedal distorted guitar lines, I think. And then the drum rhythms were awesome. And then it changed it up and it was like, it hurt my brain, but it was still cool. So yeah, that was really good. Water, 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 water. That's a different song.
Behind the shoreline, will you be fine? Will it cover you? And when you taste it, you embrace it. What will you let it do to you?
That one was great. Not much really to say, just another great song. Pretty consistently good album. Love that beat. Mwah. Just so good. That beat, that rhythm. I love that slow paced rhythm like that. Like my favorite Zeppelin song, When the Levee Breaks. I almost forgot. I was gonna say From When the Levee Breaks. That drum beat, which is often sampled, it's like probably my favorite drum beat ever, and this is reminding me of that. And the guitar solo was just magical. Just the pacing, it was just a steady pace. It didn't do anything super weird. It just kept that groove, but it kept it interesting and just had a good feeling. I don't know. It was just a positive energy that I felt from that. That's that may be my new favorite from this album.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
I'll picture things a certain way, then go back to it another day. I've been bouncing off the wall. I can't hang with them for long. They're cool, but I need you. On a certain level, I think they're great, but on another, I can't relate to anything they do. On the outside, hanging heavy, such a routine. I've just begun to forget why I seldom try to break out of their scene.
Once we got the drums going crazy.
Work on you. It's kinda lame to let it slide, knowing either way I haven't tried. Can't figure out where it all stands in the green mind.
Yeah, I know I said this was more experimental than their previous work, which I guess it is. Compared to the previous work, they're experimenting from that, but I think this is, they're trying to do something closer to the alternative rock, grunge rock that was going on at the time. They're trying to compete with that, but they still are on a different level. They're still doing something very different. That song, though, did sound closer to grunge alternative rock than they normally get. Yeah, this was a great album. Almost up there with You're Living All Over Me. It's just really good.
Grunge.